There's a certain hush that settles in the early mornings these days, a gentle quiet that feels like a soft shawl around my shoulders. I find myself waking before the sun, not out of necessity, but from a kind of anticipation, a curiosity for what the day might hold, even if it's nothing more than the slow unfolding of hours. I sit by the window with my tea, watching the sky shift from indigo to a pale, hopeful blue, and I realize how much I've come to cherish these moments of solitude. When I was younger, silence used to feel heavy, almost ominous. I filled it with noise, children's laughter, the clatter of dishes, the hum of the television, the constant buzz of plans and obligation. I was always moving, always doing, as if stillness might swallow me whole. Now, I find freedom in the quiet, a kind of spaciousness that lets my mind wander gently through old memories and new dreams alike. It's in these unhurried hours that I remember who I am beneath all the roles I've played. The mother, the friend, the worker, the partner. I am simply myself, breathing in the peace I once thought was only for others. There's a small joy in rediscovering the passions I set aside for so long. I used to paint, nothing grand, just watercolors on scraps of paper. I loved the way the colors bled into one another, unpredictable and alive. Life got busy, brushes were packed away, and years slipped by. But a few months ago, I found my old paint box in the attic, a little dusty, but still full of promise. I set up a corner by the window and let my hands remember. The first strokes were clumsy, but soon enough, the rhythm returned. I paint not for anyone else, not to hang on a wall or win approval, but for the sheer pleasure of watching something beautiful take shape under my fingers. It's a quiet conversation between me and the page, a reminder that creativity doesn't have an expiration date. There's a wisdom that comes with age, a kind of knowing that doesn't need to be loud or showy. It's in the way I can sit with my own company and feel content. It's in the gentle patience I've learned, how to wait for spring after a long winter, how to trust that sorrow will soften in time, how to forgive myself for the mistakes I made when I didn't know better. I see now that every laugh line, every silver strand, is a testament to the life I've lived, the love I've given, the losses I've survived. I wear them with pride, like medals earned in a long, beautiful campaign. Sometimes, I think about the second chances that come with growing older. The world is quieter now, but it's also wider in its own way. There are friendships to rekindle, places to visit, books to read, and letters to write. I've learned that it's never too late to say I'm sorry, or I love you, or I forgive you. It's never too late to try something new, to laugh until your sides ache, to find joy in the simplest thing, a bird at the feeder, the smell of fresh bread, the warmth of a hand in yours. Resilience is a word that means more to me now than it ever did before. I've weathered storms I thought would break me, faced losses that hollowed me out, and still, here I am, standing, breathing, loving. There's a quiet strength in knowing you can survive what you once thought you couldn't. It's not about being unbreakable, but about letting the cracks fill with gold, like those old Japanese bowls, repaired with lacquer and precious metal. The mending becomes part of the beauty. I think often of the small joys that fill my days now, the way the garden wakes up in spring, the comfort of a favorite sweater, the taste of ripe peaches in July. I find happiness in the ordinary, in the rituals that anchor my days. There's a sweetness in routine, in the familiar rhythms of making tea, feeding the cat, calling a friend just to hear their voice. These moments are quiet, but they are full. They remind me that life doesn't have to be grand or dramatic to be meaningful. If I could offer a gentle truth to anyone approaching this stage of life, it would be this. Aging is not something to fear, but to embrace. It's a privilege denied too many, a journey that brings its own gifts. There will be aches and losses, yes, but also new freedoms, deeper connections, and a sense of self that is richer and more authentic than ever before. Let yourself slow down. Let yourself savor. Let yourself be surprised by the ways your heart can still open, even after all these years. I hope you find comfort in your own company, joy in your own passions, and wisdom in your own story. I hope you remember that you are still growing, still becoming, still capable of wonder. And I hope, above all, that you know you are not alone on this path. We are all walking it together, each of us carrying our own bundle of memories and dreams, each of us adding our own quiet beauty to the world. So, here's to growing older, not as a fading away, but as a blooming into something deeper, truer, and more luminous than we ever imagined. Let's raise our cups to the years behind us, the days ahead, and the precious, ordinary moments that make up a life well lived.